Welcome, 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 dear Romanian enthusiasts. Bună ziua! And here we are with one of the most interesting topic and most difficult in Romanian. So we are here with pronouns for day 13 of our Get Familiar with Romanian journey. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about what you should expect when you talk about pronouns, when you think about pronouns, what pronouns really are, and in what directions you should go when you start learning pronouns. I will recommend, as always, a few different resources that you could begin with, and then stuff that would be definitely more advanced for you to follow up with after you have reached a basic level in pronouns. If you don't know where to find this checklist, you can get it in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Also, if you want, and please give a like to this video if you enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel to support this Romanian Academy project, and check all the other stuff that we do here on the Romanian Academy. All links are in the description. So, without further ado, let's go to Gramatica Limbii Române, the same website we've seen. However, today is going to be slightly different because I want to focus not really necessarily on what the pronoun is, although that is quite important, and you'll see why in a second, but more on a couple of examples. If we go to, as I said, to Gramatica Limbii Române, link is also in the description. You can get to this page by finding this părți de vorbire flexibile pronumele. If this is too much for you, as always, go to Google Translate this page, and use the English version. It will keep, hopefully, I think it will keep this exactly in the same way. It does. Yeah, okay. So, if you look at these examples, like Vasile, vrei tu să-i oferi Mariei cartea pe care ți-a cerut-o? So, here you have in total I don't know what this is. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pronouns, and they are one, two, three. They are in three different cases. So you have nominative, you have dative, and you have accusative. You don't have any genitive over here, but you can see that they point out to, for example, a subject, to, which is you. They point to an indirect. Oh my god, what's this, man? They have this. I think I'm gonna work with this example for now. So the I, which is an indirect object, which is in dative, so to her. The T, which is for you or to you, and also in dative, and the O, which is it or her, because it's about the book. So a lot of different pronouns that in English translate to basic things like him, her, you, me, I, they, and so on, but in Romanian they can have a lot of different forms, and you can see that if you go, especially, so most of pronouns now, so you get this overview clear, most pronouns will be under the pronume personal. Most of them are personal pronouns, and if you go to this page and scroll down, you'll see all those crazy tables over here in different cases: nominative, vocative, accusative, dative, genitive, and also other types of pronouns for the third person, other syntax issues raised with pronouns, and so on and so forth. So most pronouns will be personal, but don't get fooled, because this is exactly what I was saying earlier. Let's go back for a second to the English part here. So don't get fooled by the personal pronouns that also include the polite personal pronouns. They are not all of them. So the personal pronouns, which in English they kind of have an equivalent, and they are very straightforward to think that, oh, they are pronouns. they are not all the pronouns. There are also this group here, the pronouns without personal forms. And this is where you, as a Romanian learner, will encounter a lot of problems. And this is also something that you shouldn't really focus on in the very early steps of your Romanian learning journey. This is a more advanced topic that probably, while you can try to have a look at it and start to think about it when you're like A1, A2, probably is better to focus on it when you're already B1 and you know roughly about cases, numbers, genders, and so on and so forth. Because if you look at, for example, the demonstrative, this is, by the way, something that in my teachings I don't really go with it unless the student is B1, and which is a bit counterintuitive. I found in many books this is taught like very early, and I can see why. But asking someone to remember all of these forms, and actually I don't mean these forms, but probably more like these forms that are all very similarly looking, I think it's ridiculous. So instead, what I say, just use acesta or aceasta or whatever, and don't focus on making mistakes when you're a beginner, because it's almost no difference for you. And after you get to a certain level, maybe you should be also learning the genitive dative and the correct spelling of them, because that can really make a difference. So at the beginning, my recommendation, at least with demonstratives, don't have to learn all of this. Focus on that when you're late A2 or B1. The message I want to send with this is that pronouns are a lot in Romanian, and sometimes they are things that you don't expect. And also, there are many adjectives that can get their form from the personal, or mostly from the personal pronouns, such as the possessives. We did cover a little bit about that in a previous video. And then what I want to show you is that here under the season 7 in the Romanian Academy playlists, we do talk more in depth about pronouns, about the nominative, about the accusative, about the direct object. This playlist will keep getting a lot of videos. This is probably one of the playlists that will have a lot of videos, because it's definitely one of the most important topics and most difficult to understand. So definitely all the cases, all the pronouns should be covered in this playlist. And if you want a bit of a in-depth like masterclass, for instance, or an intro, everything about the nominatives, the direct objects, and so on, you can find everything here. You can also find a lot of materials, especially about the last two, on Patreon. The link is in the description. Exercises, even a class. And if that's not enough, the sale for Romanian and Essential Grammar is still on until the end of January. A book that I really kindly recommend you to get, because it will help you a lot with grammar. So that's it about pronouns. Tomorrow we're going to cover the articles, which are really underrated in Romanian. But we'll have a look at that tomorrow. Tick the box for number 13. You already got here. Really proud of you. You're almost halfway there. Keep pushing. Don't quit now. If you want to build a pattern or a habit in learning Romanian, or really anything at all, you should try to keep it for the 30 days at least, because then it will become so much easier. So thank you all for being part of this. Tell us about your experience with pronouns in the comment section below. I'm really looking forward to hear about it. Where are you with pronouns? Do you even know there are more than just the personal pronouns and weird things like demonstratives or the nehotărât or negative pronouns? Did you ever think those are pronouns? Really curious to find out. And I will see you tomorrow with articles. Until then, la revedere.